Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this is your daily go-getterism number 667 for July 31st, 2016. Yeah, it's the last day of July. So, we steamrolling through this summertime, man. It's getting away from us. But nonetheless, we still here. We still alright. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about an attitude adjustment. There comes a time in everybody's life where they have to get an attitude adjustment, or they need to make an attitude adjustment. It's a funny thing is when we talk about having an attitude, the word attitude itself really only means your demeanor, the way that you act. But we've kind of made it into a word that means that you're not acting in a proper manner. You may be a little too brash. You may be a little too disrespectful. You're not acting in a way that is becoming of whatever it is that you're doing. And it can be a problem. Attitude adjustment. An attitude adjustment is something that you may have heard from your parents or from your school principal or from a teacher, a coach, anybody that is sort of like an authority figure in your life, or somebody that is tutoring you, mentoring you, guiding you, raising you, helping you, directing you, leading you. So, the way that we feel about things on the inside has a way of coming out on the outside. As much as we may hate that concept, it's just true. The way that you feel about things, the way that you're doing things, the things that are going on inside of you. Sometimes we think that we're really hiding it well, and those seem to be the times when they come out the worst. So if you don't like somebody, like let's say you really don't have any respect for them at all, you don't like them, you ain't feeling them, you'd rather not be in their presence, you may think that you're coming off, being cordial to them, high and by, being nice, just not being endearing to them. But that's not the way it comes off. People can tell by your body energy, your body language and your energy. It's coming off like, I'm speaking to you, but I don't really want to speak to you. I'd rather not be around you. I don't have a whole lot to say to you. And it may actually show on your face. You may do something like, because that's what I used to do. When I was younger, I couldn't control it. More than likely, I still struggle with it to this day. But whenever I didn't like something or somebody, and I was around them, I gave it sort of this look like, I don't know I'm doing that because I can't see myself. But the person I'm doing it around, they can see it. They're like, yo, what's going on with this dude? And I'm thinking, somebody bring it to my attention. I'm thinking like, what? Everything cool? This look don't mean everything is cool. So, those are times when I need an attitude adjustment. Because those kind of things can blow up. Especially if you're doing that at the wrong place at the wrong time. The workplace is one of those places where we absolutely need to exercise an attitude adjustment. We basically need to get it together. We got to straighten up and fly right. We need to do things better than we had been doing. We have to not just take one for the team, but you have to conduct yourself in a manner that will attract people to you in a good way instead of bringing negative attention towards you. And sometimes we have a way of bringing negative attention towards us and we don't even realize it. But that's because we need an attitude adjustment. We need to fix the way that we are dealing with people. And the real problem is that we really need to fix what's going on inside of us. Because, like I said before, whatever's going on inside of you is what's going to come out of you. It's going to show. So, the best way that I can put this is like this. As much as some of us have the rebel in us and we don't like to accept this fact, there are times in our lives when we have to fix the way that we feel about things. And one of the ways that we fix the way that we feel about things is we need to get educated on what's going on around us, the things that we bear witness to, the experiences that we have, the places that we go, and the people that we meet, and the environment that we are in. We need to learn more about what's going on with those things, because the more we learn about them, the more comfortable we can get with them, and then we won't be having this face. Remember this back in the day? When you didn't believe something that somebody said? Be like, I taught my daughter that. We used to do that. I don't know if that's a Philly thing, I don't know. But we used to do that. Whenever we thought somebody was lying, we would do it to them, and they knew what we were talking about. Faces, body language, attitude adjustment. Attitude adjustment. We have to get it together. Because if it shows in our heart, well, let me put it this way. If it's going on in our heart, it's going to show on our face. You're going to hear it through our voice. The words that we use, it's going to come out. Freudian slips all over the place. A Freudian slip is when you say something that you're feeling, but you didn't mean to say it out loud. You know? Attitude adjustment. We all got to do it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody messes up a little bit. Like I said, at work is one of those places where HR, human resources, they will definitely teach you about having an attitude adjustment, because you keep getting warnings. You get the verbal warning, then you get the written warning. Next thing you know, you get the suspension. You know, by that time, you know, you pretty much sealing your fate to be outside the door without the ability to collect unemployment, because you just didn't want to get that attitude adjustment. Didn't want to be a team player. Didn't want to play along. Didn't want to play the game. I want to say this last thing about an attitude adjustment, and then we're going to get out of here. You know, a lot of times we think that because we are keeping it real, keeping it 100, that it's okay for us to act in a way that puts people off, disses people. We feel like we have the right to mistreat people because they're not the kind of person that we like to deal with. But we don't have the right to be that way. And all kinds of negativity can be brought to you when you get into that type of thinking. Well, you know, because you could lose something that's valuable to you, or lose somebody that is dear to you. And I don't mean through death or anything like that. I mean, you know, through some, you know, a broken friendship, or you know, a broken marriage, or a relationship, or anything. And we're left to be like, yeah, well, I ain't fake like that, you know. So I just, you know, I had to keep it real. See, other people ain't real, and that's why when I keep it real, they don't like what I have to say. But sometimes, you know, you have to just take your own medicine. You don't have the authority to be that way. You need an attitude adjustment. You catch more bees with honey than you do with a fly swatter. And it's not until we learn that we will finally advance, get farther in life, be more successful, build pathways to happiness. Happiness is a practice too. You have to practice being happy. It don't just come to you because you won something, or got something, or made something happen. It goes on inside of you. Stir it up and work on it on a daily basis. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, everybody, every single person in this world needs an attitude adjustment at some point, one point or another. And we owe it to ourselves to give it to each other straight about when we aren't acting straight, when we aren't exhibiting behavior that is positive and attractive to us in a good way. So let's work on that, shall we? Shall we? Can we? I think we can. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.